What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, going to be bringing you the second game of the second week between, this time, MVP versus Speed Gaming International. Last game did go to Speed Gaming. MVP have been having a little bit of trouble against the Western teams. It's not surprising at all. I don't think anyone is really surprised about that, though MVP have been fighting pretty hard. Like, the games haven't been just one-sided, MVP bite this curb and we'll stomp on your head. MVP have definitely been putting up quite a fight, and once again they're going to open up with the Crystal Maiden. I believe Mirana was a very popular ban for MVP apparently, so it was banned in the last game at least. They played versus Dignitas. Not sure if they banned her in any of the other games. I don't think they have. But regardless, they definitely learned their lesson. Mirana is a very difficult hero to play against. That arrow, when it's properly set up, is just devastating. I know Forev in the on the first day got nailed by one too many of those arrows and really paid for it. So gonna just completely skip that problem altogether. Speed Gaming's bans Lich as well as the Elder Titan as well as the Visage ban from MVP. Not really surprising at all. Lich, just a hero that is known to take control of a lane and really just not let it go. And it's a very difficult hero to play against because the only way to really play against that is accept your losses or dive really deeply and try to go for the Lich, who's probably in the way back somewhere. Later on, the Lich does kind of fall off, but the experience advantage, the creep equilibrium advantage that he gives you early on, is definitely worth picking up, and it's clearly worth the first ban as well. So as far as the picks go, MVP can open up with the Crystal Maiden just as they did last game. The large burst damage, as well as the potential for aggression, is really something that I feel all these Korean teams should really take to heart as far as them playing against the more experienced teams. If you could be super aggressive, you have more chances to catch the opponents off guard, and the higher the chance of that is, the more likely it is that you are going to take an early lead. Therefore, the higher chance it is for you to snowball into a victory. Puck is another hero that could do kind of like that, not as much as I would say like a Queen of Pain, but still the burst damage of Crystal Maiden and Puck might make things a little bit difficult for Speed Gaming, especially if CM gets a good roaming partner and then visits the middle lane occasionally. Speed Gaming's picks going to go with the Clockwork as well as the Rubik. Kind of picking up the Rubik a little bit early. I think they could have waited a little bit more to pick that hero up, but hell, maybe they just really want a Rubik. We'll give them a solid combo with the Clockwork and Rubik, being able to manipulate when people go into the cogs, and you can even throw people like into the outer edge of the cogs. They can take a little bit of extra damage from that. The combo offers a lot of flexibility if Speed Gaming decide to lane those two heroes together, and hell, even if they don't later on, they'll be able to manipulate the enemy heroes and the cogs fairly easily. Second round of bans now. MVP going to nail out that Viper. Kind of got really punished by last game's Viper, in which they played against Dignitas' Viper, handled by Bleak. The Viper Strike Harassment and just the sheer amount of tanky power that the Viper has made things very difficult for MVP, even though their Timbersaw 4Ev didn't do the worst. I mean, he did okay against that Viper, all things considered. But unfortunately for MVP, they won't have that Timbersaw again, so I guess they also don't have to worry about the Viper. But the MVP definitely are very scared about the Speed Gaming, the same kind of lineup that Dignitas had in the last game. Night Stalker as well as Viper. Heroes that really put the pressure back onto them. So anytime that there's pressure being applied to the Radiant side, that's what MVP wants to avoid. That's why they're avoiding the Visage, very aggressive tri-lane hero. That's why they're avoiding the Viper, a very aggressive laning hero. That's why they're avoiding the Night Stalker, a very aggressive ganking mid-game control-y hero, in favor of some heroes that will allow them themselves to be aggressive. In Speed Gaming, their lineup isn't entirely aggressive right now. Rubik is far from what I would consider an aggressive hero. It pales in comparison, Rubik, as far as how aggressive he can be compared to the Crystal Maiden. Speed Gaming, their game plan is a little bit more long-term. Picking up that Lifestealer versus the Weaver. It's not exactly a lineup that you would say would favor either hero. Really, it does favor the Weaver until the Lifestealer gets a Basher, in which case man fights get a little bit more sketchy, but yeah, they're both definitely capable of taking down each other. They both have tools to do it, especially if the Lifestealer does have support from the likes of a Rubik with that telekinesis and whoever else Speed Gaming decides to pick up that has a stun, such as a Lion. There you go. You want Disable? Lion has Disable. Hex as well as Spike are going to be incredible tools against Weaver, as well as the Puck, just denying their ability to escape through blink daggers, orbs, phase shifts, time lapse, Shikuchis, all that good stuff. And Lion is probably the best pickup right now. I mean, Lion has been seeing a little bit more play just because he's a solid support hero in general. But having those disables against the likes of Weaver as well as Puck makes him even more valuable to the team. Because, you know, you can't do anything if you're hexed, if you're stunned out. And then, of course, Finger of Death does a hell of a lot of damage. At MVP, their lineup is extremely soft right now. Once Weaver gets the Lincoln Sphere, he'll be able to handle that a little bit. But there's still many things that could cancel the Lincoln Sphere that I'm sure Weaver would really not want to deal with, such as the open wounds. If you have that, canceling your Lincoln Sphere for a line to get a hex off, you're going to be very sad. MVP's fourth pick is going to be the Nature's Prophet, so they're just going to try to get a little bit of a numbers advantage going. Puck as well as, hell, even Weaver early game. They're okay heroes to teleport in and get a number advantage if things go south due to Speed Gaming's aggression, which will be limited to the Lifestealer, Lion, Rubik, and it's still a pretty dangerous lane, but whoever goes up there should be relatively okay. It should be Nature's Prophet, I expect, so he's probably just going to be doing creep shenanigans and then going onto jungle. So Lifestealer is pretty much guaranteed farm, I think, in this game, unless MVP want to go for a very aggressive secondary support hero, which they still can do. But the thing is, are you really going to outlane a Lion, Lifestealer, and Rubik with a Crystal Maiden and Weaver and someone else? I think it's possible, but it'll be incredibly risky. It's definitely not what MVP really wanted to do. If they wanted to take those risks, they would have left Viper in the pool, they would have left Night Stalker in the pool. They would have left Mirana in the pool and, you know, kind of avoid that altogether. I think MVP, what they want to do is just avoid confrontation, avoid like a massive amount of confrontation. They want to play it safe, and it really shows in their choices. All these heroes, with the exception of Crystal Maiden, are generally heroes that can survive and generally can be played in a very safe manner.
5 seconds remaining.
Abaddon being the final ban out from Speed Gaming, targeting one of those, again, a defensive support. But right now, MVP, they do need another support hero. Their choices are fairly wide open. They're a little bit stun light. The only real disable they have is Frostbite, and that really doesn't really count when Lifestealer could just press Rage or Infest something. So Frostbite, definitely not the best. They will need someone with a stun. They could go for the sister combo, Crystal Maiden Lina. Classic combination. That might actually be powerful enough to take the Trilane from Speed Gaming head-to-head, though it will always be a toss-up in Trilane versus Trilane. And Speed Gaming, for the last pickup, gonna be Kunkka, so Sing Sing's gonna be playing that, and most likely gonna be chopping people down. Very high damaging hero. I think, well, Kunkka's boat I don't think gets enough credit. The debuff in itself is huge, and then you have a huge stun duration and the damage. It's a devastating team fight ultimate. And really, Speed Gaming, they don't really have that much team fighting power right now. It's just a lot of initiation, a lot of single target. So Kunkka does make sense, especially if he's going to go to the mid lane, which it looks like he is going to. Once again, it's more lockdown for the likes of Puck, for the likes of Weaver. The X marks the spot against Shikuchi is fantastic. Against the Orb of Hunji is amazing, and Nature's Prophet also is going to be cursing that X marks the spot, I'm sure, in this game. So Kunkka, a pretty decent pickup, the disadvantage of which he is, of course, a melee hero. So although he does have Tidebringer, which kind of gives him the lane control of a ranged hero. Is that a laser? What the fuck is going on? I have no idea what that is, but it's definitely a laser. Oh, it's a pipe. Of course, that makes no sense. Alright, enough about that. But he is a melee hero, and he is very hit or miss. Torrent is hard to hit, as well as the boat being, both skills being fairly difficult to hit, and if he's going to go for crit, which I'm assuming he is, then that is, of course, up to the RNG gods as to whether or not you're going to one-shot the entire team, or you're just going to hit them for the regular Tidebringer damage. So Kunkka is a little bit of a risky hero in that he is very, very difficult to use correctly. It's hard to hit his spells, but if it does, the MVP are going to be severely punished by it. Their last pick is the Undying, so this is going to be a fairly good team fighting here. MVP's team fight is so far not too shabby at all, though the Undying, being a melee hero, might struggle a little bit. But first, let's go over who's playing what. MVP, Banwa, is going to be playing the Weaver. Mafia is on the Crystal Maiden once again. Heen is going to be playing the Undying. Mid lane, it is going to be Hunji's Puck. And on the bottom lane, Forev is going to be playing the Nature's Prophet, going up against Speed Gaming's Bone 7's Clockwork. Looks like AUI, oh, damn it, bad habits. AUI might be joining him on this bottom lane, so he will get that Cog combo going. Sing Sing is going to be soloing the mid lane as the Kunkka. Top lane, it is going to be Pilot Dai. as the Lion, and of course we had Eternal Envy run into the enemy for just a little bit more. Luckily for him, the double damage wasn't up on Banhua. So it looks like Eternal Envy going to be forced to tango once, not really a huge deal. So as far as these lanes pan out, I do have to favor the bottom lane for Speed Gaming. Having a dual, well, I don't know, AUI might just leave the dual lane. But either way, Bone 7 is definitely capable of being super aggressive versus 4EV. It is a melee versus range lineup. But really, Clockwork, as long as he's getting experience, he's going to be doing just fine. And he can start doing this, just burning out the mana pool. And, oh, we might even see a little bit of aggression on this mid lane. AUI thinking about telekinesis, actually opting not to. There's no torrent, so I guess that is really a pretty large necessity if you want to go aggressive onto Hunji. He's still poking at him, though, and it's a solid dual lane. Puck is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Telekinesis as well as torrent is a lot of disabled duration, and it definitely will make his life troublesome if he can't, phase shift or silence out that levitate. So a dual lane from Speed Gaming, usually it is not the Rubik that pairs up with the Kunkka, but hey, you know what? As long as you have a place stun and the torrent, you're going to be just fine. Pylai Dai in a little bit of trouble, actually. He does have a spike, but Lion is very soft. The HP of Pylai Dai just melts as he's going 1v3 way too aggressive. I think he thought that he had the two creeps here would help out a lot, but yeah, Banhua does a lot of damage. First hit Shikuchi, and Lion is not exactly what I would call a tanky hero, so Pylai Dai kind of running headlong into his death, not exactly what I would recommend. And of course the death of the Lion means that Eternal Envy is going to be in a little bit of pressure as well. He's getting hit by a Nova. Heen is there to tank the tower, though the tower aggro is on Banhua. Unfortunately for MVP, they're forced to give up that chase. Eternal Envy really struggling on this top lane. This is something that Speed Gaming did in the last set of games that they had. They kind of left Eternal Envy to his own devices, and up against a tri-lane, that is really not going to work. Lifestealer, much like the Faceless Void of the last Speed Gaming pickup, the Faceless Void, he really can't do anything against this tri-lane. He could try to get close, but then he's going to start taking poke damage from the Crystal Maiden. As soon as the Weaver goes into Shikuchi, Eternal Envy's got to fear for his life, and really to make something, it's going to make it troublesome for him. 4EV in the meantime in the bottom lane will south through Bone 7's battery assault. He will get teleportation support by the Undying, and looks like 4EV just barely making it out of there alive. Bone 7 actually auto-attacking when he should have just kept on running with him, although now in the cogs, sprouted as well. He should be fine. I don't think he has any way of killing him. He doesn't. Yeah, Bone 7 making a critical mistake there, using one auto-attack, thinking it'll be enough to kill off 4EV, but that just put him far enough away from the battery assault so that the rest of the battery assaults, which would have killed the Nature's Prophet, actually just, whiffed into the air. And now Bone 7, out of mana, not much health, will be forced to fall back. He will not be able to win that dual lane. Meantime, the bottom lane, Mafia getting his wounds opened. He's going to drop, but in the meantime, Banhua going after AUI as well as Pylai Dai both. He could dive this aggressively. There's not many more disables, although Banhua looks like he will play it safe. He does not see Pylai Dai. I think he could hit him from the trees there if he did. Oh, he does see him. Is he going to go for it? He has another Shikuchi. Pylai Dai playing with fire. He's regenerating, so he'll be fine. But MVP not expecting the rotation from that Rubik off of the mid lane. Lose the Crystal Maiden in that exchange. Sing Sing, though, has already kind of reaped the benefits of having that Rubik there. Not having to worry about puck harassment, even being able to throw some free harassment back at the puck. And Rubik, with that simple rotation, kind of made up for the fact that he's been draining up Sing Sing's experience all that time with a kill of his own. Or, I guess a kill assist of his own. So very efficient rotation coming out from Speed Gaming. Okay, now do you have to worry about Nature's Prophet Ultimate, however. Level 6, that could really turn the tides on this top lane. AUI and Pylai Dai have both proven themselves to be very, very fragile, and you add another global nuke into that. Oh wait, no, I thought I saw it. Okay, I thought Wrath of Nature was level 6. It was only for 4 minutes into the game. I thought I saw it or heard it. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely jumping the gun a little bit. I don't know. I thought I saw it. I have no idea what happened. I am apparently tripping balls. So that's a thing. Take a look back at this mid lane. Sing Sing does have a CS lead over Puck, albeit just a narrow one. He does have 2 points in that X marks the spot, so he'll be able to really lock onto that Puck and really whoever else comes into lane. So it's a smart build coming out from Sing Sing. Opting not to go for the harassment of the Tidebringer, knowing that Puck could fairly easily dodge it. Really, it's a little more difficult to dodge X marks spot. If you do save the phase shift for dodging it, well, then you're going to be punished because you're going to get hit by everything else, so it's really not that worth it. Bone 7 back onto his bottom lane.
You know the drill.
Only has to deal with the Nature's Prophet once again, and he's been doing okay versus him. 9 for 2 on the Clockwork. Nature's Prophet, though, really doing well, 22 for 7. Though the fact of the matter stands that Clockwork almost got the kill on the Nature's Prophet, and if he gets a little bit lucky with the hook shot, or even if he gets, if he can close the distance efficiently, that's a kill on the Nature's Prophet. Doesn't really matter how much gold he has, although Phase Boots will make it nigh impossible for him to actually get in there, Bone 7 that is, until he has level 6. Maybe some help from AUY as well, who's now on this bottom lane. Forev has got to be careful, does have the Phase Boots available, so he's pretty damn quick. He does have Sprout as well, but Bone 7 dropping very, very low. There's the lift from AUY. The cogs are there. Nature's Prophet ultimate can bounce through. It will kill off Bone 7 by the time it arrives. There it is. Forev will go down to AUY, and it is a 1-for-1 trade. No, it's actually a 2-for-1 trade in the meantime. Top lane, Bonhua taking down the Lifestealer. Now Pilot Die, impaling Bonhua, trying to run out. Will get out of there alive, although taking a lot of damage on the way out. He does get the Hex onto the Weaver, but ultimately just wasted mana. But really, Nature's Prophet ultimate, not really intending to help out the top lane, although did it help? It did help. It did help the top lane. Look at that. That was totally intentional, guys. Nature's Prophet ultimate, adding that additional bit of damage, which I don't know if that would have, if that secured the kill on Eternal Envy. Unfortunately, I only have 2 sets of eyes and only 1 camera, so I don't know how close Eternal Envy was to escaping that. But either way, it is going to put MVP in a kill advantage, which is something that I don't think they've had before. 3-2, and they're looking pretty good, especially if they get a kill on Bone 7. However, Bone 7 instantly tangoing out of that Sprout. He does have 1 more, so that won't work 1 more time, although after that, it just might work. But yeah, MVP with a kill advantage, and this is some momentum that they could actually use pretty decently. The Phase Boost on Nature's Prophet means that he'll be able to push that much harder. He does have the Ring of Basilius as well, so these towers might start to be pressured a little bit. However, with AUY and Bone 7 both in this bottom lane, taking down a tower is going to be very, very difficult. They don't have enough chip damage to actually pressure back the legs of the Rubik as well as Lifestealer, as well as the Clockwork. And if Clockwork, now that he's level 6, will always be looking for these angles and will always be trying to just land a hook shot onto the legs of Mafia or even Forev. Once he closes that distance, if it's only 1 hero in the cog with him, with that level 3 battery assault, whoever is in there, they're just going to die. They might take out the MVP side might take out the Clockwork before the Clockwork takes out someone else, but it's going to be very, very narrow, and probably at the end it will favor Speed Gaming. Speed Gaming rotating even more heroes down to this bottom lane. Lion is here as well, but he's only level 3. Rubik is level 5, Mafia level 4. There's the hook shot in. 4Ev's gonna get cogged in. Instant teleportation coming in from Sing Sing, and here we go. Heen gonna get lifted back into the cog. Exactly what I was talking about. Torrent's gonna be there to kill the Nature's Prophet. Now Heen stuck in the corner, gonna try to decay his way out of there, but the cogs, the battery assault is still up. Heen is completely trapped. He has no way out of there. It's gonna be a double kill for Sing Sing, rotating out of that bottom lane. Really just perfect team fighting and perfect rotation from the Speed Gaming side. As soon as Bone 7 launched that hook shot, as soon as that happened, instant teleportation coming in from the Kunkka. I don't think his presence there was completely necessary to clean everyone up, but hey, he got a little bit more gold on the Sing Sing, a little bit more experience, having 2 kills on him definitely is going to help out the Speed Gaming cause. And now going for Hunji as well. He's going to get the Torrent as well as the Boat, double damage, not even needed. Boat Torrent, said before, Boat does a lot of damage. I was not lying, guys. Sing Sing finds a solo kill onto Hunji, who used the phase shift to dodge a Tidebringer hit. That's what you get for having only 1 point of that, although it's kind of smart that he only does have 1 point of that. AUY, gonna drop a sentry, gonna go for Bonhua. He does have time lapse, however, so he will be just fine, unless he doesn't cast it. Casting out the Swarm instead. What happened? If you get jumped like that, you mash that time lapse button. I don't care what's going on, because you are dropping very, very low, and he still had the Fade Bolt. I guess he thought he was a little bit tankier enough to tank out a Fade Bolt, but Rubik is level 6, at least. Is he level 7? Oh, he's level 7. Yeah, he's level 7. You're not going to survive that as a Weaver. So, yeah, that happened. In the meantime, bottom lane, 4Ev trying to cast his ultimate, but he got caught in the cogs by Bone 7. Hookshot being used for the 2nd time for the 2nd kill. Now Bone 7's Clockwork really doesn't matter if Nature's Prophet got a laning advantage, because Nature's Prophet really cannot take the Clockwork 1 versus 1. He just simply does not do enough damage, and he cannot tank the likes of a maxed out battery assault, which is it does an absurd amount of damage. It really does. You know, back when Clockwork first came out, I always thought, hey, you get 1 point of battery assault because of mini stuns. No, you max that shit out because it kills everybody. And now Hunji in a little bit of trouble. He might get lifted up. Here comes AUY. There's the lift. And the Torrent is there to follow up. It is going to miss, however. Hunji going to drop the Dream Coil as well as Silence. However, it's not going to be enough to save him. Here comes 4F teleporting in. Wants to go for Sing Sing. Sing Sing does still have the boat. Here comes Heen as well. The trap on the Sing Sing, it's not going to happen actually. Cogs now up on Bone 7. Going to trap Mafia in those Cogs. He will get pushed back, doing a little bit of damage. Sing Sing and Bone 7 both will get out of there alive. Heen teleporting out in AUI. Going to cancel that. Going to bring him back right up to the high ground. Eternal Envy is here as well. Torrent will seal the deal. Eternal Envy trying to secure the kill with the Infest. Unfortunately for him, Sing Sing is a little bit better of a kill stealer or kill securer. And Eternal Envy, who walked down here, is going to teleport right back up to the top lane and continue farming. He is neck and neck with the Weaver as far as farm goes, but, you know, Eternal Envy, can I click on him? Having that 1-1-2 versus 2-1 on the Weaver. And ultimately, the lane is going to go very, very slightly towards the Weaver, but you can see EXP per minute, gold per minute. It's starting to dip towards the speed gaming side in a big way, especially that experience graph. Like, just getting better pickoffs. That's a better pickoff. Just being able to walk up to a Weaver and Finger of Death him. I don't know if that gave Pylai Die his level 7, but either way, now having that maxed out Earth Spike, using that Finger of Impale very, very early on, or I mean, as soon as he got it, into a kill on the Weaver, that's pretty much ideal. And now Heen, he's joining the fight as well. However, Heen could do really even less than the Weaver, because at least Weaver has Shikuchi to try to get himself out. If Heen gets spiked, then really, I think, yeah, Heen's gonna die. Eternal Envy? No. Okay, Eternal Envy doesn't want to push his luck. Tombstone Zombies, the damage can stack up, and Nature's Prophet teleporting in as well is always a threat. So Eternal Envy is just gonna chill for just a little bit more, try to regain a little bit life off neutrals. Then the aggression from this top lane is gonna continue. Banhua has a lot of farm, but really the only thing he has to show for it is a Ring of Health. So he's going to go for the Lincoln Sphere, which is the correct choice, but as of right now, he doesn't really have enough to survive. He doesn't have drums. He has his power treads on intelligence, and now Weaver going to get lifted up by his own Shikuchi initiation. There's the Hex on Banhua as well. It's still very quick. Spike going to happen, though. Eternal Envy is going to do enough damage, wants to get close enough for an Infest. However, the time lapse will happen. Banhua will escape out of there. AUI now is housing lifesteal. In the meantime, Sing Sing gets a solo kill on 4F. There's the hook shot in. Mafia getting caught in the cogs. Once again, he's going to drop instantly by the Infest damage from the lifesteal helping out there. Tombstone is dropped, so everyone from Speed Gaming simply falls back. Bone 7 slowed down quite a bit by the zombies. However, he will get out of there alive. What exactly happened to this Nature's Prophet? Yeah, I guess Sing Sing just dropped the boat on him. Sing Sing getting his 5th kill of the game, heading straight towards his Shadow Blade. And MVP, where they once had a kill advantage, now they haven't gotten a kill since. Speed Gaming just finding picks all over the map with their high burst damage, with the initiation that Bone 7 is offering, and hell, Kunkka and Lion both just insta-giving heroes just by themselves. They don't even need any help. And now that Kunkka has a Shadow Blade, it's going to happen even more, and it's going to be even more painful for MVP. I feel like the best chance for them right now is to use this Blink Dagger on Puck. Try to get a 4v2 or 4v3 and then try to translate that into a tower. But right now, if they just keep on doing their own thing, they're going to be in for a lot of trouble. And if they stick too close against Speed Gaming in an even fight, they have to worry about the boat, they have to worry about a Shadow-Bladed Kunkka, lots of AoE damage. So they have to have a numbers advantage if they're going to engage on anyone. And if they don't have that, I'm afraid it's just not in the cards for MVP right now. They're so very far behind, and their lineup really doesn't favor them fighting from being far behind. They're going to take this tower, but they're going to go for AUI as well. He's instantly going to Shikuchi, break the tether, the coil as well. AUI is going to... What was that, Forev? That was nowhere close to anything. And AUI just going to Shikuchi his way out of there. Mafia going to find Eternal Envy, although I think it's more like Eternal Envy found a whole bunch of MVP heroes. He's going to think better of it, though. He's still on his way to his armlet. In the meantime, bottom lane, Sing Sing. Yeah, that happened. Hold on. We just want to see that because science. What did I open? There we go. Sing Sing just cutting the wave, Does he really TP in? Oh, that's not what you want to do, man. Perfect timing on that. Hook shot. And then Sing Sing's Torrent. I would not recommend doing that, although, I mean, even he knew Sing Sing was there. He didn't know Bone 7 was there, but Sing Sing is enough. You really don't need any more than a level 13 Kunkka to be persuaded to cancel your TP when you're level 6 Undying with half HP. It's a rough decision, and it's clearly a decision that did not favor that Undying, so 13-3 now. A little bit of a bump in the gold graph as MVP have claimed their first tower, but EXP is firmly in favor of Speed Gaming. And really, they're the type of heroes that if they get the lead early on, they're going to punish you for it. I mean, even if they're even right now, Kunkka as well as Lifestealer means that they would still pretty much be ahead. But being this far ahead right now, 10 kills is absurd. Towers, actually it's only even on towers, so never mind about that. They just have such a huge farm advantage, such a huge gold advantage, experience advantage, everything is in their favor. And they're making sure to not get caught out. I mean, Heen got caught out in the bottom lane, Weaver got caught out in the top lane twice, paid for it with his life both times. Speed Gaming just playing a little more cautiously. It looks like nothing's happening right now, but really Speed Gaming, what they're doing right now is just stalling. Because right now Sing Sing's getting farmed, he doesn't have to defend his mid lane tower. AUI with the orb as well as the Fade Bolt is clearing out every single creep wave. Eternal Envy on the top lane is just farming his ass off. He has an armlet already. And MVP wasting a lot of time in this mid lane, having 4 heroes there, and oh, 4 Ev. Here comes the Shark. Sing Sing is here. There's the X, there's the Torrent, there's the boat. You're going to take a Kunkka Rum boat to the face. He actually dodged it. Well done. But it doesn't really matter, because, yeah, Kunkka still does a lot of damage with that additional cleave. Hookshot. First hookshot missing from Bone 7. However, it doesn't matter. Hunji going to run straight into Pylai Dai. There is vision up on this high ground. Pylai Dai going to be a little bit generous. However, oh, this Undying, not as much. Will drop a tombstone before he dies, but ultimately just feeds a little bit more gold to Eternal Envy. And MVP, they're getting caught out one after another after another. And that's less than ideal in any circumstance, but when you're this far behind, you cannot afford to be doing that. If you're a little bit far ahead, I mean, it's still bad, but it's just far, far, far from ideal. Now Pylai Dai. He has maxed out Earth Spike. He has a Finger of Death. Let's see if he can solo kill this Weaver. Here we go. Challenge mode, Pylai Dai. It's not going to happen because in the meantime, mid lane, more people are dying. Are we going to seal the deal on Crystal Maiden? Was that a solo kill? Was that a solo? That was definitely... Eternal Envy might have been there. Okay. But you know what? It was worth it. It was worth missing that kill to see Pylai Dai potentially solo kill Weaver. Mid lane now being pressured. This is MVP's time to actually take a fight. They do have a numbers advantage, exactly what they needed. They're going to initiate onto AUI. Dream Coil only onto 1. They really want this Rubik. Are they going to get him? No, he's going to use his orb to get on out of there. There's no more follow-up. Zombies are there. AUI actually will go down to a Soul Rip from Heen. Eternal Envy dropping pretty low as well. Here comes Sing Sing. Does have the boat, does have the entire arsenal of Kunkka. But the Rubik down, and without Pylai Dai, they're forced to fall back, at least for now. This tower might be forfeit. Pylai Dai can teleport in. I think Speed Gaming can actually still take a fight. They know that Hunji is really out of the high impact spell. There's the initiation. Gonna get the 4 of Nature's Prophet into the cogs. Boat is gonna come as well. Kaboom! There goes Nature's Prophet. Finger Death on the CM, disallowing her rather, from casting that ultimate. Heen gonna teleport out of there. Will get out of there just barely. Eternal Envy doesn't have enough damage. So Speed Gaming, they lose the Rubik, but initiation coming from Bone 7, who rushed at that Blade Mail, trapping the Nature's Prophet, even hitting the puck on the in transit with that extra stun, doing a little bit more damage as well. That's going to put them even further ahead, and then the even further ahead is going to turn even further ahead when they claim this Tier 1 tower, which should go to Eternal Envy. There you go. 18-4, and Speed Gaming have claimed one of the MVP heroes' lives every single minute. They're snowballing, and really doesn't look like they're going to stop anytime soon. Eternal Envy can take a pretty large hit. However, he does have the armlet. He does have Infest. He can just turn around for this one. Who's he going to go for? No one, it looks like. He wants out. He's going to get infested into a Radiant Creep, although the Radiant Creep dying very quickly. Radiant Creep's going to go down. Eternal Envy is on the run. The armlet is not enough. That nerf to the armlet, man. Getting that strength over time. So he is going to drop. He's going to give a lot of gold to the Weaver, which is going to give him enough for his ultimate orb. Yes, it will. Still not yet that Lincoln Sphere, and even if he does have that Lincoln Sphere, there's so much stuff that could just pop that Lincoln Sphere and allow for the really heavy hitting stuff to come through, such as the Finger of Death. If that does land on Banhua, he's dead. It does so much damage, and Lion, he's getting to the level 11 mark. He's still a ways away to go. But the Lincoln Sphere is not the end-all from MVP. Once the Weaver gets that, he still does need more. And it's going to take a while for him to actually get those additional items, because, as you can see, the game isn't really going too well for him. Pylai Dai going for Hand of Midas Lion. Man, these supports are just getting Hands of Midas. Oh, here we go. Hookshot in. Bone 7 has found Forev. We've seen this movie before. We know how it ends. And in case you haven't seen the movie, that's how it ends. Now Banhua getting lifted up into the air as well. Bone 7 silenced. However, here comes the X and Torrent, and Banhua is going to get time-lapsed out. He's going to survive, at least for now. Is there any more stun follow-up? It looks like there isn't. Sing Sing is on the chase. AUI, does he have a lift? He doesn't in 3, 2. He's going to run straight into the rest of the team. Looks like Weaver is barely going to get out of there. However, on the bottom lane, Eternal Envy and Pilot Die both teaming up to kill off Heen. So where MVP catch a break in one place, they lose that break in another. Eternal Envy is going to go for the race car build. Why not? When you're just feeding off of the enemies mercilessly, you just got to go feed off them more. This is starting to become more and more like a horror movie. Lifestealer is getting big, but hell, even if they kill off the Lifestealer, that isn't really their biggest problem. Clockwork is going to wreak havoc, has been wreaking havoc among the MVP side, just because they don't have any way of dealing with him. They don't have any really great way of bursting him down. Sing Sing is friggin' stacked, so there's that. And then Pilot Die has level 11, level 2 Finger of Death. And AUI with his constant Shikuchi initiation. He's stolen Illusory Orb and Shikuchi, and I believe that might be it. And do you know why that's it? Because he only wants initiation. I mean, usually you're like, oh, Tombstone, that's pretty cool. Or maybe we'll get a Wrath of Nature, which I don't think he's had a chance to steal, but really, he just wants to get in there for the telekinesis. Once he gets in there, that means Eternal Envy has all the time in the world to just, lay into them. That means Sing Sing has enough time in the world to set up all his spells, do his combo Kunkka stuff, and then whoever's got lifted up into the first place is dead. They have no chance to survive that. Speaking of no chance to survive that, Sing Sing sees free gold. And here we go. Cleave. X mark. Oh, that was a crit as well. Oh, that is just... Oh, jeebus. Banhua now. Gonna get spotted out, although he's not the worry. It's Pilot Die finding the Crystal Maiden. Banhua now gonna get lifted up. Hexed as well. He's gonna time-lapse himself. Where did he go? That was the weirdest time-lapse animation I've ever seen. He's gonna try to turn around for AUI. Only 1 point in the Germinate attack, though. That will not work. Here comes Hunji. Gonna get impaled through the trees of Pilot Die. He has Heen to support him, but Hunji dropping very low. A Dream Coil onto absolutely nothing. Here comes Pilot Die. Gonna catch Heen in the cogs. Hunji is gonna pick off Pilot Die before he goes down. AUI still with the Shikuchi, though. There is vision from the MVP side. In the meantime, Eternal Envy completely untouched. AUI might drop from this, but it really doesn't matter. Eternal Envy and Bone 7 both still alive. They're gonna try to take down Mafia. Banhua staying alive for a very, very long time. No one really focusing him. It's so very hard to focus him. I don't even think Speed Gaming had any vision. Now 4F going to come in with the Sprout. Cogs are going to go up, but Banhua doesn't really care. He's going to turn around, and it's going to give Mafia a double kill. MVP taking a fantastic fight. Sing Sing, where were you? He was on the top lane the entire time. Speed Gaming just running out of gas. It's really their lack of true sight in that fight that really killed them. They could have nailed the Weaver down to the floor and punished him very, very hard. They could have taken him out, and that fight would have gone completely different if they had true sight. And I think they might have had true sight, but they got taken out by their opponent's true sight. Either way, they couldn't get tabs on the Weaver, who stayed alive for a much longer time than he really should have. And now Sing Sing, here comes the boat, here comes the Torrent. Is there going to be a crit? I don't know if there was a crit. I think there was. But does it matter? It doesn't, because 100 to 0 combination, level 18 Kunkka. He doesn't care that the rest of his team got team wiped because he's farming heads on the top lane. And he has 38 friggin' 100 gold. Jeebus, Sing Sing is mad farmed, 11, 0, and 1. He's been doing his own thing pretty much for the entire game. Only one assister. He's been the lone wolf of the team, farming heads, and I think his team is actually okay with that. He's been receiving actually a lot of support from AUI, so maybe I'm not giving AUI enough credit. But Sing Sing sees more blood on the bottom lane now. Heen, usually you would say Undying. He's a very tanky hero. He'll be able to survive lots of things, but not this. Eternal Envy gonna get the open wounds. There's the X. There's the Torrent. Heen bursts up into the air. Here comes Hunji. Gonna get a coil only onto AUI. Will take him out. Boat gonna come through. Will almost hit Mafia. Not gonna be enough. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. AUI has really not been received very nicely by the MVP side. Really, you're gonna do this, Eternal Envy? You're really gonna do this? I see him hook shot in. Hunji caught out. He can't blink out. He does have his orb out. Will be enough. It won't be enough. Bone 7 now within a lot of damage. He's gonna get out of there. No, he's not. He's actually gonna drop to the treants. Now Sing Sing is on the run. Banhua is right on his tail. Eternal Envy and Sing Sing both have to run away from this Weaver because they don't have any true sight. Hunji's back to this fight. He's gonna throw out an orb. Sing Sing trying to juke every which way. The dust is gonna run out. However, it doesn't even matter. He's gonna get dropped. Eternal Envy still alive, but it's Pilot Die who's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Is there enough damage to take him out? Oh, you bet there is. Eternal Envy now trying to make his way out. Speed Gaming getting a little bit overconfident, and MVP with the Weaver, with the Lincoln Sphere, and no True Sight on Speed Gaming. Just farming Speed Gaming's heads now. That Sing Sing kill was huge, and they might even get Eternal Envy. Although, it looks a little bit unlikely. Eternal Envy's going to turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots onto Nature's Prophet. Infest damage and instantly TP. There's no MKB. CM, a little bit too far away. It looks like Eternal Envy, still very, very stacked, is going to get even more kills. But you know what? That's what happens when you dive all the way past the Tier 2 when they could have easily gotten the Tier 2. Speed Gaming obviously getting a little bit over-aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, Mafia going to get caught out. No point in actually dropping anything. It's just going to help her die faster. Heen as well as Bonhua are both here trying to punish Bone 7, but the damage has already been done. Haystrew now on the clock, where he'd actually turn around for this if he really wants to. But 30 for 12. Speed Gaming dropping a couple deaths here and there, but really it doesn't matter. The heroes are so much freaking more stacked than MVP's heroes at this point that they will have to drop a whole lot more. You see the gold advantage? That is all the impact that it made in this game. Experience advantage, you can't even see it. So, Speed Gaming taking a couple of creative liberties on how they approach this game, but they're still firmly in the driver's seat, especially if Kunkka thinking about it. Doesn't really need to do anything because Eternal Envy and AUI both securing that Roshan. Bone 7's working towards an Orchid, can be used to shut down the Puck as well as that Weaver from escaping. It's really been MVP's ability to escape those situations that have been really making things a little bit difficult for Speed Gaming. Especially when Pylai Dai is getting picked off in the back, or burning all of his spells on killing off the Crystal Maiden or something like that. He needs those disables to actually kill off the people who need to be disabled. God damn it, I need more water. Why is the water cup always empty? I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Blink Dagger now on AUI as well as the Lion. So initiation just got a lot easier from Speed Gaming. As if, Bone 7's initiation wasn't enough. They have now 3 methods of initiation. And Blink Daggers as well will allow for Eternal Envy to get into the fights a little bit easier. Bone 7, throwing a clockwork. Yeah, he threw his entire body through the hook shot and missed. Would have liked to see a Aghanim Scepter out on Clockwork. I think Orchid is a better choice. Aghanim Scepter is the more fun choice, because then you're essentially Spider-Man, and they could continue to apply the pressure. Although Speed Gaming, I don't think they're in any rush at all. They're farming a lot faster than the MVP side. Really, they're not too worried about anything that MVP could do right now, unless, of course, Speed Gaming get a little bit overconfident again. Pylai Dai in danger of being smoke ganked. However, it looks like Bone 7 who might receive the brunt of it. There's the Silent Dream Coil as well. Hunji gonna get annihilated by Finger Death. Surprise! Pylai Dai is here. Bone 7 though is gonna drop in the end. Pylai Dai in the corner. He is receiving some support. Here comes Eternal Envy. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. There goes CM. Now 4Ev's in a little bit of trouble. Heen as well as Bonhua are both here, but Eternal Envy is going to invest his way out and walk out. No, he's going to turn around for this. Here comes AUI as well as Sing Sing. Torrent is going to hit onto Heen. There goes 1. Where's the Weaver? He's on the run out. Do they have any True Sight? I don't believe they do. They're going to still chase this. No, they won't. AUI going to turn around. Speed Gaming, the 2 heroes that got ganked are going to die. But Eternal Envy coming in, and really MVP don't have any tools at all to deal with this Lifestealer. They have Sprout, and that's it. They don't have anything that goes through Rage, so once that Rage goes up, MVP, they just gotta run and pray. And clearly their praying and running is not good enough, because Eternal Envy just did work in that fight. I mean, literally, he could take his hands off of the keyboard and just right-click things and watch them die. And now, Tier 2 mid starting to get pressured a little bit. Pylai Dai on the bottom lane sees Hunji. Does he have a Finger Death? In 30 seconds he will. He can't kill off the Puck without it. Would be foolish for him to try. Although, Bone 7 is here. Hunji just used a Blink Dagger as well. I don't know if MVP knows. Oh, 15 seconds. Here we go, Hunji. Don't be wasting all your spells now. There we go. Blink into a Hex. Spike is there. Bone 7 looking for an angle. Will get the stun out as well as silence. Hunji is as good as dead, although, oh, there's the cogs. Yep, now he's as good as dead. Almost got out, and in the meantime, don't know what 4Ev's doing here. He's going to run straight into AUI. Finger of Death being burned. Lucky you, 4Ev. Sing Sing gonna drop everything he has. Eternal Envy trying to teleport his way out of there. Heen gonna take a huge chunk of damage. Looks like Banhua is gonna force Sing Sing out of there. 4F's gonna come in. Sing Sing dusts it up. No point in using that Shadow Blade. He's gonna burn the Aegis. But now, is there another set of dust? I don't know if there is. It doesn't look like it. There is True Sight. There's a Sentry Ward. Sing Sing is gonna drop for a second time. Once again, being that lone wolf, this time really not benefiting him, and MVP getting another kill on this very, very high level Kunkka. It took everyone to do it, yes, but hell, they got the kill. And Speed Gaming not sticking together, getting punished a little bit for it, but they took down a puck in the meantime. So it's, I guess, mid lane for mid lane, and Sing Sing not really deterred. This is pretty much as, well, that's not true. I was going to say that it's as Sing Sing as you could possibly get, but there is a severe lack of Divine Rapiers, so I guess that's not true. I'm pretty sure that's what he's going to go for next, though. That's his build, right? Maybe more Battle Furies, more Rapiers, but this is pretty much it. In your games, guys, don't go for Mask of Madness. It will kill you off. AUI in the bottom lane. Getting threatened a little bit by these teleportations from 4Ev, although I don't even think Speed Gaming see them. Oh, here we go. Man, why is it every time Pylai die? I don't think he could do it, although level 3, yeah, he can't do it. Man, that's a shame. 10 seconds, though. Here we go. Banhua gonna try to get in on Pylai Die. He does have 4F to support. Pylai Die burning the Lincoln Sphere with the Mana Drain, and now he's good as dead. But in the meantime, bottom lane, it's Puck who's good as dead again. So even trades at the exact same time. 4F has been really, really doing well to try to add a little bit more momentum to his team and just trying to get the numbers advantage. So far, it's been relatively successful. He's gonna go for a Necro Book, but at this point, I don't even know if that's the best choice. Necrobook is generally, I mean, it's a great item, but it's only a great item when you have some pacing of the game and you could actually use it to seal the game. It's not exactly the best comeback item, because yeah, it'll do a little bit of damage, but unless Lifestealer like hits the Necro minion, which is, even if he does, he'll be able to Lifesteal it all back. It'll help him put a little more momentum into the lanes, but right now, you can see the momentum is all in favor of Speed Gaming. MVP not even close to contesting it. And here we go. Banhua going to get X. That will burn the Lincolns. However, a big crit on his way out. Sing Sing getting body blocked just a little bit. He's going to get the bugs on him as well. Bone 7 going to go straight for Heen. Banhua, though, still going to chase after Sing Sing. Heen going to get worked down by Bone 7. AUI in the meantime. Silence will drop to the coil. Heen is going to survive, and Bone 7 forces teleport out and out of there. Sing Sing with the Mask of Madness is being chased down by the Weaver. So much damage because of that Mask of Madness. And Speed Gaming kind of playing their own games right now. It's like 5 1v5s going on right now. Eternal Envy and Pylai Die both not having any part of that fight. And MVP just easily chasing down the rest of Speed Gaming. Speed Gaming kind of getting a little bit careless, and I would say that they could still be a little bit careless. Like, they're far enough ahead so that they can be careless, but if they get careless one too many times, this Weaver is going to get very, very difficult to deal with. The Lincoln Sphere, the Desolator is already up. Another 2,500 gold in the bank for Banhua. Maybe Speed Gaming are just looking to make this interesting, although Bone 7 maybe not. He doesn't have any support, and he's completely spotted out. I think he knows. The hookshot going to land blind onto Banhua, but that might even be a mistake. He's going to force staff his way out, and he'll be fine. Although, maybe not. Here comes 4Ev. He does have the Sprout instantly silenced, though, by Bone 7. He was mashing that button. Necrobook units are going to drop. Here comes Eternal Envy. Going to go straight for Heen. Heen is not going to last long at all. No Flesh Golem, but I don't even think it matters. Lift up onto 4Ev. Bone 7 does not have his hookshot for Eternal Envy with that raised car build. Doesn't have any True Sight. Pylai Die trying to throw out a random spike. He doesn't have any mana now. However, I don't think it really matters. Banhua trying to time lapse out. Will get out of there alive. Pylai Die with the mana now available to him. Still no True Sight on the Speed Gaming side. And that's going to mean that Banhua just walks out of there. They had True Sight. Pylai Die. Oh, they did have True Sight. Maybe. Okay, well. No Finger of Death. He was short on mana for the first time, but then I'm pretty sure he could have done it. Oh, well, Banhua, you just bought everyone to Mafia. That was very, very cool of you. Not a good move. Now Eternal Envy wants more and try to chase after Hunji. But yeah, you could see Speed Gaming kind of doing their own thing. I mean, Bone 7's on the bottom lane, Eternal Envy and AUI coincidentally are very close to each other, but yeah, stuff like this is happening. Sing Sing's all the way back here. And it's working still, so 40 to 18. Gotta hand it to MVP. They're still fighting back pretty damn hard. I mean, when you have a Weaver that has this much farm, I guess you kind of want to keep on fighting. Especially since Weaver is definitely able to ignore the Kunkka for the most part. Kunkka isn't the most threatening damage dealer in the game. Eternal Envy, you could essentially ignore him too, as long as he doesn't have True Sight or a Basher, which I'm sure is coming relatively shortly. But the Weaver's starting to get a little bit big. He's gonna need a lot more, but it's not out of the cards yet, just for MVP. Although X, Torrent, Boat, Heen, dead. Tombstone, free gold as well. Bonhua gonna go straight for Sing Sing. A little bit of damage. There's the mana drain as well as the Hex onto Bonhua. Coil is not there. Only onto one again. These coils have been far from optimal. Pilot Die gonna throw a spike. Not gonna do anything. Eternal Envy with the race car is gonna find Mafia once again. There's the open wounds. There's the Finger of Death and Bone 7. A huge miscommunication, but it doesn't matter. Bonhua is getting lifted up into the air. Time lapse is gonna be there. You will get pushed back and torrented at the same time, which is gonna make for some weird trajectory. Meantime, 4Ev trying to mess with the creep equilibrium a little bit by backdooring the tower, but I don't think it's gonna matter. With 3 down, Speed Gaming are finally ready to push in 4 Raxes. Look how fast Sing Sing is attacking. My god, Mask of Madness and AC. Tower's gonna go down, Raxes are gonna go down, and MVP, they couldn't do anything even if they wanted to. The creeps are still here for Speed Gaming. Oh, are they gonna silence him? Now, Bone 7 was certainly trying, but Hunji will get out of there alive, and meantime, mid lane has been completely demolished. Are they gonna go for top lane? Are they gonna go for Heen? Yes, they are. Blink into a lift, and with Eternal Envy there, the damage is most certainly more than enough. Undying's gonna drop. Everyone's kind of low on mana, so I think Speed Gaming should probably back up for now. But all they have to do is just 5-man down a lane, or just wait until Eternal Envy finds someone. Oh, Mafia, this is a horror movie starring Crystal Maiden. Like, she's the foolish blonde teenager who decides to go search out the abandoned sane asylum or something like that. It's like, hey, people are dying. I'm gonna go take a shower. Not saying she's the CM is playing poorly or anything. It's just Eternal Envy is relentless, and Crystal Maiden is just not having a fun time with it at all. Because there's really nothing she could do. She would like a Force Staff. It's not there yet. But will that matter? There's a lot of movement speed on the Lifestealer. And by the time she gets a Force Staff, I'm sure Basher's going to be up in the Lifestealer. Oh my god. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Let's take a look at what the Scepter actually does. First of all, it increases damage. And it's like, oh, well, the Scepter, the 850 isn't enough. We need to bring that all the way up to 4 figures. The cooldown drops to 20 seconds. It's going to be a little bit of strain of a mana pool on Pilot Die since he doesn't really have any mana items. He does have mana drain, but that, of course, does mean you need a target to drain, so he doesn't really have any, arcane boots or Yule Scepter or anything like that. But he'll be able to drop these fingers left and right. And when your team still isn't the tankiest, when Mafia is still like free gold, when Bonhua actually is getting to a kind of tanky state with the Lincoln Sphere as well as the Ogre Club Power Treads. So yeah, the heroes on MVP are starting to tank up, but still, dropping 1,000 damage rocks every 20 seconds, yeah, that's a lot of damage. And now Sing Sing, Phase Boots, Mask of Madness, Sanj, and Yasha. He wants movement speed as well, and he certainly got it. Top lane, MVP, trying to pace the game a little bit. 38 minutes in, never too late to try to get a little bit of control over the game. Weaver with the with the Desolator and the crit, taking down the tower pretty damn quickly. And Speed Gaming, no reaction from them. Eternal Envy is here. He can't really do anything against this. He does have the Aegis, but he's not God. Like, he will die if he dives into this, and he will, in fact, just fall back. In the meantime, bottom lane on MVP's side going down as well. So it's an even trade. Oh, here we go. Eternal Envy once again going to try to go for Mafia. He will teleport out again. Just messing with them. This time using Boots Travel. In the meantime, Hunji going to get torrented after hookshotted, I believe. Yeah, he did get hookshot. Puck instantly buying back into the game. But MVP, they're still going on this top lane. Here comes Pilot Die to help out. He needs help out Eternal Envy. Here we go. Going straight for 4F Spike as well as Finger of Death. There goes the Nature Prophet. He can get beat down as well. Bonhua trying to do what he can. Will take down the tier 3. Eternal Envy going to go for Mafia one more time. But it's really Bonhua they have to worry about. Range Rax in trouble. Range Raxes will go down. Bonhua, Shikuchi's his way out. He will run into Eternal Envy eventually, who's still chewing on Mafia. It's a triple kill for Eternal Envy, but who would have thought the first team to take Raxes would be the team that is down 30 kills. Yo, here come invisible ganks of the Sentry. Hunji, I think Orchid is going to pop him. Yep, there it goes. 263 damage. Bone 7 with the Orchid is going to find that kill. But Speed Gaming, they lost range Raxes, which isn't a huge threat, but it's still a little bit more gold, a little bit more momentum for MVP. But you can see how much it matters. Speed Gaming, they're just getting so much farm, they're getting so many kills. Banhua forced a time lapse out of there. Boat being used, but Boat has a really low cooldown for an ultimate. Actually has the same cooldown as the hookshot, so conveniently lines up. Look at that. Banhua looking for the courier. I don't think he's going to find him. He might find Pylai Die, and that's not really what he wants to see. Oh, courier. No. Oh, it's a trap. It's a trap. It's not a trap. Banhua's not going to find him. Yeah, kind of surprising that MVP would be the first team to take a set of Raxes. You would think for sure that Speed Gaming would just group up as 5 and then Doom push down. Oh wait, no, I'm completely wrong. I forgot completely that these Raxes were already down. What am I talking about? I might be tripping. Like I thought I was tripping before. I am just like confirmed as tripping. But MVP taking their first set of Raxes. That's what I meant. That's what I meant the entire time. Taking their first set of Raxes. Who would have thought that it would be them to take their first set of Raxes? I mean, the way that the game has been going, it's kind of surprising that they cracked a tier 3 at all. Yeah, I just completely forgot that these would get down. How absent-minded do I have to be to forget something like that? My god. Alright, here's the 5-man Doom push that I was talking about. I think with the power level of each of these heroes, they could just YOLO dive in, especially when they have initiation from Bone 7. Once again, going for he and Mafia. Will dodge the spike by force stabbing out, but here comes Eternal Envy still on her trail. In the meantime, Finger of Death onto Banhua. There goes the Weaver. Does he have buyback? I don't think he does. He definitely does not. Eternal Envy getting focused by 4Ev, CM, everyone, and their moms. But it's not enough. X marks the spot. Torrent gonna be dodged. Is it enough? Oh, there's an Arena of Death. You don't want to do that. Hunji is on his way out. Orchid will kill him off. GG has been called though. Speed Gaming deciding that they do not want to participate in this game anymore. They're just going to end it. Thank you guys for watching MVP versus Speed Gaming. Game number 2 goes into Speed Gaming's favor. We're going to be moving on to Speed Gaming versus Team Dignitas, and we're going to see which Western team reigns supreme. Is that a thing? That's a Iron Chef thing, except it's cuisine. Man, okay, maybe I should just go to the next game. Cut the video. Cut.